I am by profession a trained nurse. I was a lecturer in nursing at the University of Manchester for a number of years. I was diagnosed with Alzheimer's when I was 52, which is now 8 years ago, so I've just knocked 60 now. I go around the country speaking about living with Alzheimer's, and that to me is important because the three things that keep me going are my friends, my faith, and going around the country speaking. I went to speak for her at one event and she approached me, and that's how I got involved with you then, yes. Because she told me what it was all about, and I said, yes, I'd love to come and join you, yes. I'm asked to talk about what it's like living with Alzheimer's, so I basically say what my problems are and how I get over them, what the strategies I have for dealing with them, like dog ties around my leg in case I get lost and things like that, you know, because I say to people, your diagnosis of Alzheimer's is a sledgehammer, but it's not the end of life. We have a life to live and must go and live that life as best we can. Even in the late stages, I will live that life as best I can. And that's important to remember. Because my short-term memory is so bad, a little dictaphone. I don't do high-tech. My dictaphone, very, very simple. You push a knob, you record your message, and it's done, and that's it. And when you go to bed at night, you think of things, don't you? And it goes on that, but I can't remember I've used it. So in the morning, it's revelation morning, because I have no idea what's on that dictaphone. Little messages it might be, don't get the bus in the morning, or a taxi's coming or something, just to remind me what to do. And that's a lifeline, little dictaphone, very simple. It also takes other things as well, longer things as well as little messages, which is brilliant. I also use audio books because I can't read anymore. What I haven't solved yet is counting money, because I can't count money and I've not cracked that one yet. I've lost the numeracy and literacy, but you know, you get on as best you can with all this, yeah. The distress, yes, the realisation what's happened to me does come and go. And yeah, what people don't see is the tears. Very few people, not in my mother saw those tears, because my father had this before me, and he lost everything. And being with him and being with my patients, I knew what the future holds for me. And I'm terrified, but don't worry, because it doesn't change anything, does it? You know, what will happen at some point in time. But that's when the tears start. But normally, not many people have seen those tears, which is interesting, isn't it? So yeah, but they happen. Yeah. I think certainly benefit to me because it will make me feel useful and part of things going on, part of practicalities. And for the students, they need to know what's happening out in the world with people with every disability, physical or whatever it is. Because so many people in your groups have got so many different disabilities, and they need to know how to adapt to those and how to relate to different people within those disabilities. You know, it might be stroke, it might be some mental problem, it might be some verbal problem. If they can relate to people, that would be great. And if we somehow can help them do that, it will be helpful. As I say, in my career, I'm used to everything. I'm used to 100 people sitting in front of me. I'm used to small groups. I'm used to anything. And I will adapt to any size group. And I'd love to go on clinical placements. I'd love to go on clinical placements, yes. I would just say thank you to you for giving me the opportunity to be here with you. And feel valued, thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much for that. Our biggest problem is short-term memory. As I said to you before, my short-term memory doesn't exist anymore. 10 years ago is fine, but what happened 5 minutes ago has gone from my memory completely now. And it's difficult living with that. But that's what short-term memory is. And that is hard to live with. And as you just heard, people may find it difficult to recognise their husbands, their wives, their sons and daughters. And that must be so difficult for the people concerned. The same with my father, you know, he has no recognition, but it's not him, it was his disease. And if people can accept that, you're away. But going back to the memory, yeah, writing lists, it was sort of my bag. Writing lists is vital for anybody. You should all write lists. Everybody should write lists. But no, it's simple things which make my life a lot more manageable. Other problems I do have, which I don't know how many today, I often get stuck for words. And if you can't find one, use 9 instead and get round it that way. You know, tell me lecturer in nursing, can't you? But that may or may not happen. It's just frustrating, you know, that's a problem. It makes me frustrated. And my problem, if I get frustrated, that's when the difficulties kick in. So often with dementia, you get behavioural problems in intolerance, impatience, and bad language. I've never sworn in my life, but these things happen, I'm afraid. It is not us, it's our disease which is causing this. And I have to accept that it's not me you are seeing, it's my disease causing it. And I have to accept that sometimes, and yeah.